Welcome back, IP1. I hope you're doing great, you're staying safe, and you're staying home. Today, we will have a review of what we have learned this semester, some stuff you might not remember, and some stuff you might remember. So anyway, just to make sure, we do a quick review on this semester's lessons and see what we have learned. So this is lesson 18, our review lesson. First of all, we studied again about hardware and to make sure you understand what is hardware. So what is hardware? Hardware is anything related to the computer that you can see and touch. So anything that you can see and touch would be hardware. These are some types of computer hardware like printer, hard disk, CPU, RAM, mouse, keyboard, and the monitor, of course. We also learned about Paint 3D. We mainly focused on this program and we did many content together and created a lot of content. So what is this program basically? It's a graphics and 3D modeling application, which is a refresh of Microsoft Paint. So it's like an upgraded version of Microsoft Paint. Microsoft Paint is more basic, it's 2D, it's very simple. Paint 3D is a bit more complicated, has some more options, has 3D options, of course, as you have explored it by yourself. So a bit more about the detail. When you open Paint 3D, you have to choose, let's choose a new option, new page. And once you do that, you can see all the tools and features are available on the top, as I have marked it for you. And this is the editing panel on the right-hand side here on this page, which changes based on the tools that you choose. So if for example, you choose brushes, it will show tool like editing panel for brush tool. If you choose 2D shapes, it will change to 2D shape edit panel, and so on. So if you choose 3D, if you choose stickers, if you choose text, if you choose effects, if you choose canvas, if you choose 3D library, the edit panel will change. To paste image, go to the menu and open and browse for the new image that you want to import, or just copy paste from your desktop or from Google or wherever the location is into Paint 3D. You can edit your image, size it, rotate it, and move it. Once applied, you can't move it anymore. So that's why whenever we bring in our 2D shapes or 2D pictures, basically from our desktop, we better make it 3D. Otherwise, once you apply it, you cannot touch or edit it anymore. So it's a bit risky. So to make your life easier and so you can keep editing stuff, it's always best that you do this to make it 3D. Of course, you can give specific sizes. You can undo with Ctrl+Z on your keyboard. Here you can see different page sizes. Of course, we talk about brushes already. You can click and drag to draw freehand. You can choose type of brushes, thickness, and opacity. So you can see here we select brushes. Here are the different options for brushes. Here is the thickness, how thick should be the brush. Here is the opacity, how dark or how see-through it should be, and then you have your options there. Next, we have the 2D shapes. You can draw exact 2D lines, curves, and regular objects. So all you need to do is to go to 2D shapes, and here you can choose the line option or the shapes that you want to draw, which all of them will be 2D, and you have to remember once you draw a 2D shape, you cannot edit it after it is placed. And you have to you have the detailed editing here on the right, and you can fill in stroke color, size, opacity. You can also rotate or flip. So here is the options that I mentioned just now. And here you can, of course, rotate by hand also, like by your mouse. But remember, once I click the tick button here, it will be set and there's no more editing. Stickers, you can import ready icons. All 2D shapes will become part of the drawing after you apply it, and it will be not editable. You can use Make 3D to make a 2D into 3D shape. So for example, here you can see 3D library. Sorry, before we move on, I wanted to show you this part. So Make 3D is here. If you remember, if you click this, it will make this shape as a 3D option, so you can keep editing the 2D shape, even when you unselect it. Next, we have 3D library, which provides a ready-made 3D shape for you, which you can edit it, color, change the color, rotate, and you have a lot of options. So this would be the 3D library, which we have used many times during our content creation. You can reshape, resize, and scale the 3D shapes. The Z-axis helps to adjust the shapes on the plane. So this one helps you to bring the 3D shape more front or more back. So it will give you a perspective view somehow. So it will make the shark smaller or bigger, so it looks like the shark is more far or more close to you. Next, we have 3D view. It can help you to see the page as the 3D version. So now we can see which shape is 2D, which shape is 3D, and which shape is in front of the other one. So if we have one more 3D shape in front of the shark, we can see the different layers, how they are set, and we can, of course, adjust and move them. To draw 3D object from beginning, you go to 3D objects, create your own models. So you go to 3D objects, and here you can create your own models, like with the 3D doodle, for example, or if you mix different shapes. Maybe if you remember, we can mix some of the shape with the doodle, and then we can make an octopus, for example, or we add this icon and we draw the rest. So you have endless opportunities to create content. Using 3D Doodle will create a freehand 3D drawing using the tube brush, which you can adjust. So these are, so this one, the first one is the tube brush, and the other ones are different kinds of brush, which has the edge soft or hard. And here we can see these are the different shapes and options for the tubes. It can be star, circle, triangle. And we have the sharp edge and soft shape 3D brush can help you to create customized shapes, which is this tube. For example, this is and some work that we did before. The sharp edge will be more sharp, of course, and the soft edge will be much softer. This is the difference. Of course, you can see this is the soft edge, and this is the hard edge, or the sharp edge, sorry. So one is sharp edge, this one, and this is the soft edge. Using the options on the right panel, you can choose specific color that you want. So by clicking edit color, so of course, first you have to select your shape, and then you select edit color, and you can choose which color you want your shape to be. You can rotate by 90 degrees. So here, either clockwise or counterclockwise, you can rotate the shape. You can flip it, which is basically 180 degrees. It can be flipped like this or like this. So top to bottom, or right to left, or left to right. So you just flip it. You can draw on a 3D surface with 2D tools, which is very useful. It can create specific content that you want, so it will not look like basic or like your friends. So it's very easy. I just drag a 3D shape inside the 2D paper, and there it's the content. But you can make it more specific by changing colors, using the 2D tools to add some stickers or some brush on the 3D tool. So using brush, for example, you can see in this picture, you just go to brush, choose your brush, and you drag over the fish, the 3D fish. So you can use 2D shapes on this 3D shape. You can use other 2D tools on 3D shape as well, such as stickers or shapes. You can see here we use some sticker of face or circle to create some eyes and mouth for the fish. And Paint 3D doesn't have a complex 3D forms, but you can create them yourself using different shapes like sphere, cylinder, and etc. And you can select them all and group them. So you can see here, as I mentioned before, you can create your own octopus using a circle or cylinder or globe, basically, and using the brush, the tube brush that we learned, and create the legs, and then group them, align them, and create a simple octopus shape. And of course, you can use the stickers to make a face for it, some eyes, so you can make a cute octopus out of basic shapes like this. Next, we have text. You can add text to, you can choose 2D or 3D. I think this you know already. You can have more options for colors. You can also choose the size that you need and for the text. And also lastly, you can choose the font style that you want. So you can see all that in this picture on the right. Next, you can drag and click on the area that you want to type, and you can just edit thickness or have options for text, the basic ones that we always use. In effects, you can change the light direction. With Canvas, you can choose to hide the 2D surface so you can see all your 3D shapes that you have chosen to use. You can click on the mixed reality. It will show you your work in your webcam in the room. Also, you can turn off your webcam and see it in existing environment in the Paint 3D. You can go to menu and click Save As to save your file. You can choose how to save it. You can choose image, 3D model, video, Paint 3D project. And also we had some lesson about keyboard and alphabet, which I think is quite basic. You should know by now, but anyway, I will review for you. So a keyboard is the panel of keys that operate a computer or typewriter. So you can use it to type basically, and the alphabet is, I think you know already, A, B, C, D, and so on. Words to remember also can be type, home key, capital letter, small letter, which also you should know by now. Typing is basically writing something by using the computer keyboard. Home keys are the base position for your fingers to type using a keyboard. Capital letters or uppercase letters are the big A, big B, big C, big D, and so on. Lowercase or small letter is A, B, C, D also, but in small alphabet. So this is the keyboard, has many buttons, has all the alphabet on it for you to type a word in English or German or any Latin alphabet that there is. Home keys, this is the home keys, A, S, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, and the comma. So this is how your fingers should be positioned: a pinky, ring, middle, index, thumb, and index, middle, ring, pinky. So you can position your fingers like this on the keyboard. So some more details about your position, how to position your hand on the keyboard, which we already talked about. This is more details of which finger controls which area. So you can see following based on the color, left hand and right hand, pinky and all your fingers, where to place them based on the color of the keyboard and the color of your finger in this picture, I mean. So you can follow that. This is again details about capital letter and small letters. And some details about special keys. Caps lock is it's the letter is what helps you to create letters creates letters with bigger with uppercase or big letters basically. So you can write in caps or big letters. Shift key, hold and write with uppercase. So if you hold it, you will write uppercase, and if you don't hold it, it will write normal and small. We have tab, which is used to advance the cursor. We have numlock, which activates the right part of the keyboard if you have the extension for the numbers. Microsoft Word is the thing that the program that we use to write text on computer and type it, and type we already know using your keyboard to type or write on the computer. We use Word to write text on the computer or type. It's a software. Title in Word we have, of course, title bar, which displays the name of the document. We have the file tab, which helps you to open and save as or print. We have the document area, which is where you work. We have the quick access toolbar, which you can do quick save or quick undo. We have the ribbon, which are a lot of the useful tools that you need to use and you need to learn over time and over many years, which we went through some of them for you. And status bar is basically page 1 of 1, or how many words you have written, how many pages it is. Next, we have the save option. You go to File and Save As. The style of your writing, how it looks, is here. Next, we have font, the style of your writing, how it looks. Font, the size of your writing, how big it is. Bold is also makes your writing more outstanding. So font and size and bold. Next, we have underline, which just underlines a topic that you want. Italic is making your writing a bit tilt to the right. And if you go to insert and press insert tab, you can press pictures and press pictures from, or click on pictures from files, and you can import some pictures that you want from your desktop and click insert after. You can save folders to be more organized. You can rename them, of course. These are more basic, you should know by now. So you can also create a new folder within a folder. This helps you to organize your work more. So for each homework, for example, you can create a folder. You can use Google search for what you are looking for, which can help you to create content. And also we have taught, I have taught you about, I mean, when you save a picture, also save as correct name that you can find it, and correct folder, and click save. And also when we did many content creation, I have taught you also, you can go to tools and create tools and go to the color option there and click transparent. So you will get a picture of a cat, for example, with a transparent background. So when you drag it, you can only see the cat, and it helps you to create content easier and more original. So that's all for our review today. Thank you guys. Stay safe, take care, and hopefully see you for the future classes. Take care and goodbye.